We try and help each other out.
That's good. That's good. That's what we want to do. Help each
It's a never-ending competition.
Thank you very much for coming to cover this very significant and special event, not only for the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese of Australia, but for every one of us who lives in this blessed country. It is certainly well known by all of you that this year marks 100 years since the establishment of the Holy Archdiocese of Australia, although the presence of Orthodox Greek monks here in the Fifth Continent has been recorded since 1863. The well-organized 100 years that have passed, a century of contribution and testimony for the Greek Orthodox community and our Archdiocese here in the Antipodes, have played a crucial role in shaping the culture of this blessed country in which we live. For this reason, the significant anniversary event marking 100 years of the Greek Orthodox Church in Australia concerns not only Greeks, not only Christians, and is not limited only to the Orthodox, but extends to the entire Australian people living among us. This great and historic moment will be celebrated with anniversary events in Sydney and Melbourne, led by His Own Holiness, the Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, one of the most globally recognized and charismatic religious leaders of our time. It is difficult to attempt to outline the character of a leader, especially today when there is confusion between what constitutes leadership and authority. However, in the person of Patriarch Bartholomew, the role of what it means to be a leader gains meaning and is expressed in its highest and most virtuous form. A person who commands authority instills fear, while a leader inspires trust. A person who exercises authority easily assigns blame, whereas a leader covers the mistakes of others. A person who displays authority knows all things, while a leader asks his collaborators for their direct involvement. A person of authority works stressfully, while a leader contributes joyfully. The person with authority strives selfishly, while a leader cares for the whole and the common good. This is Patriarch Bartholomew, who for 33 years has led the Orthodox Church in a sacrificial and loving manner. With great honor and emotion, I present to you the 270th Archbishop of Constantinople, New Rome and Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew I. Your All Holiness, on behalf of everyone, I welcome you to beautiful Australia, the land of contrasts and compositions, a country with the greatest uniqueness and the most similarities with other peoples. You have precisely come to a place that is characterized as a mosaic of cultures, languages, and beliefs. Welcome to the fifth continent, of which the Greek Orthodox faith and tradition form an integral part, a faith that has flourished and has borne spiritual fruit, which I'm sure you will have the opportunity to enjoy during your current blessed apostolic visit. Παναγιώτατε, εκ μέρους όλων σας καλωσορίζω στην όμορφη Αυστραλία, τη χώρα των αντιθέσεων αλλά και των συνθέσεων, τη χώρα με τις περισσότερες διαφορές αλλά και τις περισσότερες ομοιότητες με τους λοιπούς λαούς. Καλώς ορίσατε σε έναν τόπο ο οποίος δικαίως έχει χαρακτηριστεί ως μοσαϊκό πολιτισμών, γλωσσών και πεποιθήσεων. Καλώς ήρθατε στην Πέμπτη Ήπειρο, της οποίας αναπόσπαστο κομμάτι αποτελεί η ελληνοορθόδοξη πίστη και παράδοση, που άνθησε και αποδίδει πνευματικούς καρπούς, τους οποίους είμαι σίγουρος θα έχετε την ευκαιρία να απολαύσετε κατά τη διάρκεια της παρούσης ευλογητής αποστολικής επισκέψεώς σας. I welcome you and wish that everything you see and experience during your stay in the most beautiful country in the world brings you joy and satisfaction, leaving an unforgettable mark on your memory and in your heart, just as you can be assured that the blessed moments of your presence here will be etched in the memory and in the hearts of our people. Your All Holiness, we love you dearly. Welcome to Australia. Welcome home.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Your All Holiness, it's a wonderful honour for me, on behalf of the Australian Government, to welcome you back to Australia and to thank you for making the very long journey and joining us and helping people of Orthodox faith, of Hellenic heritage, and indeed the Australian people to celebrate and commemorate the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Archdiocese of Australia. Your presence here is a wonderful symbol of the deep bonds and friendships that exist between the people of Australia and the people of Greece. Our nations fought together in world wars. People of Greek heritage have been migrating to Australia for well over a century, and they've been making a wonderful contribution to the economic and social development of our great nation. Quite simply, Australia would not be Australia. It would not be the great nation that it is without the contribution of people of Greek heritage. And I want to thank you as the spiritual leader of the Orthodox faith for your presence here today. I know that you played a very strong role in the tutelage of your wonderful pupil, His Eminence. And I can tell you that the Greek Orthodox faith is growing stronger and stronger here in Australia under the wonderful leadership of His Eminence. So I can tell you that you did a great job, because His Eminence is a wonderful leader, not only of the church, but of moral and spiritual guidance here in Australia, and someone whose friendship I value deeply. So thank you once again. Welcome back to Australia, and I really do hope that you enjoy the next 2 weeks here, meeting people of the Orthodox faith and providing them with that important spiritual guidance that they know and love that comes from you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I agree with you.
He's wonderful.
On behalf of the New South Wales Premier Chris Minns and on behalf of the New South Wales Government, it is a pleasure and it is absolutely fantastic to have His All Holiness here in Australia, here in New South Wales, in this year that marks the 100 years since the establishment of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese in Australia. I would like to acknowledge, of course, the presence of His Eminence, Archbishop Makarios, Primate of the Greek Orthodox Church in Australia, and of course we have my parliamentary colleague, federal colleague, who's representing the Prime Minister. His All Holiness came to New South Wales, came to Australia, New South Wales, close to 28 years ago. And at that time, it was a different time here in New South Wales, a different time in Australia. And for many of the new migrants, particularly of those of the 60s and 70s, who were part of establishing many Greek Orthodox churches across New South Wales, it was so important, particularly at that time, to have His All Holiness be here in New South Wales and in Australia. And also for those children at the time, whether they were children or teenagers, they are now parents who have the third, fourth generation of children who are attending those parishes. The Greek Orthodox faith and the Orthodox Christian faith here in New South Wales and in Australia in particular is growing. And His All Holiness, as the leader of the 300 million Orthodox Christians around the world, it is certainly for us here in New South Wales a privilege and an honour to have you here to spend the next couple of weeks. I know that there is a lot of excitement, particularly from our students who have been waiting for you for a very long time. And it's great to have you here in New South Wales. I know over the next 4 days, it is a long weekend here in New South Wales. We have a number of events, but this is the most important event. And having you here at the International Convention Centre, where there'll be close to 10,000 parishioners, 10,000 people of faith. 12,000. I'm corrected by His Eminence. 12,000 people of faith, but also their families who will be watching, and those of faith who will be watching abroad. Again, I welcome you here, Your All Holiness. This is very exciting, and on behalf of the New South Wales Government, we welcome you. And of course, as my federal colleague mentioned, the bonds between the Australian people and the Greek people go over 200 years. The Greek Australian community, the Greek community, has laid many foundations in building Australia, in advancing the Australian nation in many ways, whether it's entrepreneurial, whether it's in medicine, whether it's in law, whether it's in the public service, in defence. And we have served together, whether it's on the shores, together in leaving from Lemnos in 1915 to fight at Gallipoli, whether it was the Battle of Crete. The Greek nation and the Australian nation have forged critical bonds for the freedom and democracy of both our nations. So Your All Holiness, welcome to New South Wales. Thank you.
I greet wholeheartedly all of you, and I thank you for joining us this evening. Your Eminence Archbishop Macarius of Australia, Honorable Mr. Matt, Assistant Minister of Immigration, Representative of the Prime Minister, Honorable Mrs. Sophie Kotsis, Minister of Industrial Relations and Minister for Work, Health and Safety, representative of the Premier of New South Wales. Beloved clergy, some of you are here, monastics and the gracious people of Australia, our beloved children in the Lord. In the blessed and most venerated name of our Lord Jesus Christ, it is with a heart overflowing with joy and gratitude that we extend to you, our beloved children in the faith, our paternal and patriarchal blessings, and those of our ancient and sacred Mother Church of Constantinople. Today, beneath the Southern Cross, one of my deepest yearnings and prayers, nurtured for nearly 30 years, has blossomed to see the Orthodox faithful of Australia, whom we love and have missed dearly. Not a day has passed without praying for new prosperity and spiritual well-being. Though Australia may be geographically the farthest from the venerable center of our patriarchal jurisdictions, you remain ever so dearly closest to my heart. We have journeyed here upon the gracious invitation of our esteemed brother and spiritual son and friend, His Eminence Archbishop Macarius of Australia. We come to bless and honor the centenary milestone of this magnificent Archdiocese, a testament to the indomitable spirit of our forebears, who with fervent hope and unwavering faith sowed the seeds of the Holy Gospel that they brought from their motherlands in this vast and distant land, making it their cherished home. In this historic moment, we gratefully remember how in 1924, the Holy and Sacred Synod, under my predecessor, Patriarch Gregory VII, founded the Holy Metropolis of Australia. This visionary act laid the foundations for the thriving Orthodox community we witness today. We pay our respects to the indigenous Australians, the traditional custodians of this land, whose enduring connection and rich cultural heritage have shaped the nation's identity. We express our deepest gratitude to the noble people of Australia, whose pioneering spirit and cherished values of equality have offered a sanctuary for all souls seeking refuge and opportunity. It is here, in this blessed country, that our Greek Orthodox brethren found fertile soil, not only to plant the seeds of their faith, but also to flourish alongside fellow migrants under the nurturing sun of Australian egalitarianism. This spirit of fair go has allowed our community to thrive, contributing richly to the multicultural tapestry that is uniquely Australian, while steadfastly nurturing the sacred traditions and spiritual heritage of our forefathers. As we stand at his threshold of the future, let us with courage, especially our beloved youth, carry forward the light of Christ's love, illuminating the path for generations to come, and fostering a world where faith, hope, and charity reign supreme. Gazing upon the sea of faces gathered here today, we see the reflection of God's love in your warm welcome. It is a living affirmation that we are all made in the image and likeness of our Creator, called to live in harmony and peace. This is something we are all called to do. But most importantly, remember, whilst we pray for peace amongst all people currently at war in Ukraine and in the Middle East, your prayerful spirits, harmonious and peaceful lives here are something we all adore from afar and are proud of. It is a deep testament to your devotion to our Mother Church of Constantinople, the Ecumenical Patriarch. Together, let us celebrate the glorious 100 years of this Archdiocese, a jewel in the crown of our ecumenical throne. May the Lord bless Australia, our holy Archdiocese, and each and every one of you. Thank you. Και επειδή ενδέχεται να είναι και μερικοί Έλληνες ανάμεσά σας, αλλά και πολλοί Έλληνες, πάρα πολλοί που περιμένουν έξω από το αεροδρόμιο για να με χαιρετήσουν, θέλω να πω λίγα λόγια στην μητρική μας γλώσσα και να πω πόσο ευτυχής είμαι και πόσο ευγνώμων στον Άγιο Θεό που οδήγησε τα βήματά μου για τέταρτη φορά σε αυτή τη μακρινή μεν, αλλά πολύ όμορφη και πολύ φιλόξενη χώρα. Από το Οικουμενικό μας Πατριαρχείο, από το Αϊλανδές φανάρι, παίρνω αγάπη, ευλογία, στοργή και ενθάρρυνση για την δεύτερη εκατονταετία της Εκκλησίας μας εδώ στην Πέμπτη Ήπειρο. Ευλογώ μικρούς και μεγάλους, άνδρας και γυναίκες, πλήρω και λαό, με όλη μου την καρδιά εκ μέρους της Μητρός Εκκλησίας, η οποία έχει πάρα πολύ μεγάλες αγκαλιές και χωράνε όλοι μέσα, όλα τα έθνη και όλοι οι λαοί, αρκεί να πιστεύουν στον Σωτήρα Χριστό και να αποδέχονται το Ορθόδοξο δόγμα. Αλλά και αυτούς που δεν είναι της Ορθοδόξου οικογένειας, και αυτούς η Μητέρα Εκκλησία της Κωνσταντινούπολης τους αγκαλιάζει με στοργή, με αγάπη, με αλληλεγγύη. Εύχομαι να περάσουμε αυτές τις 15 μέρες που έχουμε μπροστά μας με πολύ ενότητα, χαρά, ενθουσιασμό, αγάπη. Δόξα τω Θεώ πάντων εν.
I would like to ask all of you to wait for one moment. His All Holiness wants to give you a little gift, just to remember and to keep in your mind and in your heart this very beautiful and blessed moment. Yes.
Yes, that's right.
And then,
Θα περάσουν όλοι με τη σειρά. Please approach.
Πρέπει να είμαι ίσης εκ των λίγων που είχα τη χαρά να σας γνωρίσω Παναγιώτατε το 1996, έκτοτε περάσανε πολλά χρόνια. Καλώς ήρθατε.
αλλά δεν μεγαλώσαν ούτε εσείς ούτε.
Καλώς ήρθατε.
Please approach, all of you. Come, all of you. Please, don't hesitate.
No discrimination.
No discrimination. Please, all of you. Don't hesitate, please.
wide lens.
Ναι, ναι, τα παιδιά είναι η πρόεδρος της συνόδας της Ecumenical και έχει αναλάβει την παρουσίαση σας όλο το μέσα τα στρατηγικά. Και το Μάρκελ, πού το Μάρκελ? Where's Mark? Στον Παναγιώτο δεν ξέρω τι πιο πολύ ο στάδιος που έχω στην εργάζεται για 15 χρόνια. Ό,τι πρέπει και βγαίνει του δίνει. Ναι, τέτοια να μ' ανοίξετε. Συγχαρητήρια όμως που μου δώσετε την ευλογία σαν το φυλάκι. Ευχαριστούμε πολύ. I would like to ask Mr. Mark. Mark, where is Mark? And Sophie? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's take turns.
One at a time.
No, photographers. No. We're just waiting in.
Everyone in? Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Λίγο μετά το απόγευμα και έγιναν εκτός τους εκπροσώπους της Συμβουλιακής, της Συμβουλιακής Κυβέρνησης, αλλά και από χιλιάδες πιστούς που είχαν δεχθεί από νωρίς το απόγευμα της Πρόεδρος. Για την Αυστραλία, αλλά και